Good morning, reload crew. It's Thursday. It's time to reload and return. What's up, Devout?
What's up, man?
I don't know,
I ain't
man. I
got.
don't know,
That's it.
man.
That's all I got, man. I'm
Dragging a
sick.
little bit this morning. Dragging a little bit this morning.
I
I don't
feel
know how it is, man. I've been burning the midnight oil lately. I gotta get back on track.
you. You do anything crazy last night?
Did I do anything crazy?
Yeah.
Nah, not really. I mean, I just be working on stuff, but organize. I've been organizing my preps lately. That's what I've been doing.
Uh, I watched
Um,
POTB.
yeah, I did watch War Games Wednesday last night. I was listening to it while I was organizing, and I tell you what, man. Carbon Q and Josh killed it, man. Carbon Q don't play. Like she knew what she was going to do when she got the scenario from Pop B, and even when Tribe was giving the caviars, man, Carbon Q was she was on it. She knew what she was going to do in that situation.
yeah.
It was good. Show. It was a good show. I
yeah.
hope you guys caught it. Hope you guys are doing good this morning.
Good morning,
Um, yeah. Good morning, man. Some stuff going on in the world, man. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Always, always.
Hope y'all are making your food preps, man. 'Cause that's what's up. Jerry, good morning, brother. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Hey, Mr. Gall, what's up, sis?
What
Good
ain't
morning.
up?
It's good morning.
What up, Deb?
Peach, good morning. I hung out for a little while with the ladies last night. GA Peach Prepping's channel. They always have good discussions, man. They do like a round table of the ladies. You know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah.
Show us fellas how to do it. Big Mama Steph, good morning. I rewatched the show last night from yesterday morning, and Big Mama Steph has me rolling, man. Like in the chat, Big Mama Steph's funny.
Yeah. She be popping off like she's on it.
Yeah,
Like yeah,
yeah, she is. Yes, yes.
yeah,
Um, she was throwing those zingers in there, those one-liners.
yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, brother. Good to see you, man.
Have no fear.
All right, Rich Rocks and Feathers. Good morning. Good morning. Got to do some running around. Got up late. High winds, power outage, etc.
Dang,
Good gracious. Mm-mm-mm.
that's a bad morning.
Prepper Days in the house. What's up, brother? Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. I tell you what, we always start to reload, just kind of cruise into this thing, don't we?
Yeah. Start revving up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Friday, good
Saying hey
morning,
to
brother. Good
everybody.
to see you. Yeah, I like to take my time, hang out with you folks. I wanna thank our moderators, man. I thank all you guys who come in here and mod in the mornings, cause we get into it. We start talking about things. I miss a lot in the chat, but all
Yeah.
you moderators, I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys hanging in there. I trust your discretion. You know. Um, Also wanted you guys to know, like from time to time, you'll see someone who gets a wrench. I do go back and watch the chat, and I observe people and how they react to things. That's why every once in a while someone pops up a wrench because I think maybe you would be a good moderator for the channel. But guys, if I ever give you a wrench and you don't want one, just let me know. It's no big deal. Some people don't like to have. They don't want to be a moderator. They just want to hang out in the chat, and I get that. So you guys let me know. I know sometimes I just throw those things out there, but some people are good at it. Some people are good at keeping the chat, open and for everyone, so everyone's free to share their voice. You know, we don't address this much, but we are a free speech channel. How that being said, it is our channel, so we do say, you know, the First Amendment comes with consequences. Also, you are free to say what you want as long as you accept the consequences of what you say. Um, as always, no racism, no sexism, and no personal attacks against people in the chat. Other than that, man, let it fly. And within in I hate to say it, within the certain guidelines too, because you guys know how YouTube watches this channel, and they give us strikes for frivolous stuff. So they'll even give the channel a strike for something in the chat. So that's why the
Really?
wrenches do what?
They will for the chat.
Yeah, man, they will.
Dang.
I mean, So that's why certain things happen. But I appreciate you guys, like the folks who come in here, man, hang out in our chat in the mornings. You guys are sophisticated. You're here for one reason, So I appreciate you guys too.
I'm tempted to go into the chat now.
I know you are.
Dude, I sorry cross my mind.
Man, go and freaking like Ben Shapiro's or Tim Pool's chat and do that stuff.
I do it. It doesn't fall. It doesn't affect me. Because you can't read it. You can read ours.
Right. Joe, good morning, brother. Good to see you, man. Yeah, right. Joe's got it.
He's got it.
Just follow that one simple rule and you'll be great. Oh man, Mama Red, good morning. Miss Ghetto, good morning. Hard dog.
Woo.
That's right. If you want to. Matrix Transparency, good to see you this morning. Good morning. JR, my brother. Going on? Wild Edibles, good to see you. Hillbilly, what's going on? Gracie Grace, good morning. I thought I saw. Fox, what's going on? What you laughing at? Y'all just giggling, man. Plorable, what's up? There she is. Barbecue, what's up, sis? Man, I enjoyed watching you on War Games last night.
That's
what now?
She was talking about the free crack pipes. That's what I was giggling like a schoolgirl.
Oh man. Okay, so we'll get into it. Just so when we're looking at the food shortages and we were talking about stuff, and I saw this clip yesterday. These folks are stealing food, but it's not what you think, man.
I have never seen something like this in my entire life. These people came in with ski masks on and started stealing everyone's food.
Yo, wait, I think they're getting robbed for food in here. Oh my God, look at them. I think they robbing it. Yeah, they robbing it for food? Yo, she got rolls.
Like the kids stay in the background, shocked. Just shocked. Just pure terror.
Like, did they even have a gun? Because that dude was like this. You just saw ski mask. He's like, all right, I know the drill.
Yeah.
They stole everybody's food. They didn't go to the cash register.
It's amazing.
Hey, man. Get the munchies, man.
Yeah, You
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I was just because we've been talking about food shortages and how it's going to get and stuff. They're running in fast food restaurants and stealing people's food. It was funny. That was actually funny.
Yeah, that was solid.
It might not even been real. You think it was real?
Yeah, that kid in the back looked like it was damn real. He was scared. Like, he was completely silent.
Kentucky Patriot, good morning.
Dang,
no happy meals today, right? Man.
That was pretty good.
Tina Mitchell, hey, sis. Good to see you. Good morning. John H., what's going on? I know it is sad if it's true, man. If you're going to make a career stealing something, like, they didn't even go in the back. They could have went in the back and got all the burgers and stuff that's up on the rack. They have to steal stuff people are putting their nasty mouths on and slobbering on with everybody, sneezing and touching and breathing. And
look, man, it was either a Nick bag or a 10-piece. So they bought the Nick bag and they stole the 10-piece. That's just economics, all right?
Like, you have experience in this.
Yeah, just saying.
Yeah. What's this, crackhead math?
Yes, right, you got this. It's hard to steal weed, but.
Good morning, Candle. It's hard to steal weed.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh crazy. Who that? What's going on, brother? Good morning. B. Hey sis. All right, guys. So anyway. Prepping Plumber. Good morning, my brother. I wanted to show you guys this cause my kid's school, a truckload of fresh harvested cabbage. They dropped off an entire truckload of it. And then the school sent out a message to all the parents and everybody saying if anyone wanted some cabbage, they could come get it. They said you can get as much as you want. I think me and one other person showed up.
You got 15
so
bags?
I grabbed 6 bags. Because, I was like, well, I'll feed it to my animals.
Yeah, there you go.
But I wanted to ask because I know you can cabbage, but I want to know if anyone in chat had any good recipes for canning cabbage, because it's not something that I've seen a lot of. I know you can make sauerkraut and chow with it, and I'm probably going to do some of that, but I don't want it all to go to the animals because I was going to go get another load today. I don't know, maybe we just have a big canning party this weekend. That's what's up though, man, because Miss Tina Mitchell, she emailed me something yesterday, and it was about fermenting your feed for your animals.
Yeah.
And like sauerkraut would be good. You could make sauerkraut with the cabbage, but it was more for like grains and stuff. I'd never heard of fermenting your food for your animals because it increases the amount of protein in the feed, and which means you have to give them less feed, and it sustains them longer, and they're not as hungry either. I was like, man, I mean, all the benefits of it. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of fermenting your feed for your animals. So I'm going to start looking into that. Anything I can do to reduce the feed cost, because it's getting up there, you know, with inflation and everything. But yeah, I just wanted to ask that if you guys do, man.
How do you go about it?
It's pretty easy, actually. You get like some oats or something, and you put it in your bucket, like a 5-gallon bucket system, and you just fill it up with water, like right over the top of the grain. And as long as the grain's under the water, it cuts down on mold and stuff. And after 3 or so days, it ferments from bacteria that's naturally on the grain.
Yeah.
And you got fermented.
So just
grain.
like wine, like you just
I guess
put in the water.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you said ferment. I'm just saying. Like, but you said with the bacteria, that's the same thing, except for the sugar.
Yeah.
Like.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
So I mean,
and like you said, it has more protein.
All these little tips and tricks of the trade, man. That like, this is why I love this platform and what we do on it, because I never, like I said, I've never heard of that, and it was a well-written article, and it led me to other stuff, other resources I can use while we have this. That's what's up, Grumpy. I thought about you too. I thought about Grumpy like on his farm, like and Roots, Rocks, and Feathers, and all you other folks I see in the chat who have animals and feed and stuff. I was wondering if you guys have heard of this. So I mean, I got a lot of experimenting to do for this summer. A lot of good projects on the farm. All Slender Info. Good to see you. Unspecified V. What's going on? Funky drunky chickens. From the fermented feed. That's what I mean. Like chickens. Yeah. Like you just throw out a little bit, and it sustains them. So anyway. Yeah, and I look forward to. I saw Dove says she had a recipe for canning the cabbage. So I'd appreciate it. You guys can leave me some in the comments, or you can send me an email. I would appreciate it. I really do want to put some of that stuff away, man. That was a godsend. See all that cabbage? Look at that.
That's a bunch.
I mean, they are big old giant heads of cabbage too. I should have brought one in and showed y'all. Anyway. All right, so we'll move on to what China's up to, man. Like, China is one step ahead of everybody in the world, man. They are just putting things in place for their empire, watching us and laughing as we deal with Russia and Ukraine. You know, as all the elites of the world try to cover up their laundering or protect their laundering scheme going on in Ukraine. All the while putting Putin in a corner to where he might lob a nuke at somebody. China's over there just snickering, you know. All right, so you guys know about the 9-dash line. That's the 9-dash line on the map, and where China says we own everything in the South China Sea inside the 9-dash line. Well, they've got it locked up now. I mean, they pretty much got it. All they need to close it all in is to get Taiwan. But I don't know if you guys saw the clips from last week where China had put like weapons like on their islands. Like it's completely militarized in the South China Sea now. And I'm talking about like howitzer type things they've set up. All right, so they got long range munitions they can use from these little atolls, the islands that they've made out there. It's crazy, man. And like, why are they doing that? Like, it's just, if you just think about it like practically, what is the practical applications of what they're doing there? You know, they're preparing, man, for world domination. And
also to control trade.
Yeah, exactly. right?
Yeah.
They've got what they call the 90 line. Check this out.
China's 9- line in the South China Sea is so 2012. Now it's all about the 90- line. Better watch out, Hawaii.
Dude, fuck off. That's too much. Like, I get it. You want some water. Taiwan's your country, whatever.
Right.
It's like, fuck out of here.
Things like trust the plan. So when he says it actually happens.
Macca.
He actually has a real plan. Yeah. All right. So, right. All right. So one thing China does, man, is they'll go to these poor countries in the world, and like they did with Singapore or Sri Lanka, and they'll offer them like, hey, here's $100 million to develop your country. I mean, we know your GDP is only like $2 million, but here's $100 million. You know, it's a loan. You know, we give you 5 years, you use it, you build up your infrastructure for your country. Usually the country's super corrupt, so the president just takes it and goes straight in his bank account. And you know, they just default on the loan, which means, well, China says, well, since you defaulted on our loan, we're going to come in. And while they're building their infrastructure with the money, Chinese contractors come over there and they do all the work and they set up the infrastructure, which means the Chinese government knows exactly like every square inch of it. Right. And they get like Chinese banks involved and all these lines into it. You know, anyone who does work there is you know, from China. They're Chinese contractors.
I think that's happening in Africa a lot too.
Yeah, absolutely. All those corrupt governments and stuff in some of those countries, I mean, they're ripe for the picking. I mean, someone comes to you and says, hey, we got $100 million. You want to do something? Yeah, let's do it. It's got China. Yeah, man. Who's a leader?
Forever. Moves to America.
Exactly. So now they're doing that with the Solomon Islands. Like that seems to be their main focus in that 90- line I just showed you. So the Solomon Islands is a strategic place in that part of the Philippines. Because I think it was in World War II. It was like the Battle of Guadalcanal was like one of the largest naval battles there for that part of Pacific Ocean. And it's just a strategic place for shipping and stuff like that. That's why they've got their eyes on it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Trade routes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they're doing it. They just signed a secret security pact with the Solomon Islands.
A country of around 650,000 people in the South Pacific. Leaked documents revealed a secret security pact between China and the Solomon Islands. A security pact that could lead to a Chinese military presence in the islands. The Communist Party offered the Solomon Islanders a $100 million development loan to break their ties with Taiwan and switch their allegiance to the People's Republic of China. And Prime Minister Manasseh Sogavare took the deal. I mean, why wouldn't you borrow $100 million from an authoritarian regime that has a history of offering oversized loans to small countries that can't pay them back and end up in a debt crisis?
Yeah, right. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, so I mean, and now since the Solomons have that money, they're completely on board. They cut their ties with Taiwan. They were like one of the remaining countries that still had a pact with their Republic of China, which is Taiwan. But they broke it. It's like, yeah, China, let's do this. And now China's getting ready to put a military base there. If they get that foothold there, once there's a military base there in the Solomon Islands, China will never give it up without war. And so they're just constantly locking things down. I've been focused on the South China Sea the last year.
Yeah,
I thought that's where they were starting. They started there a decade ago. They're finishing that part up, and they've already got tentacles out into other parts. So
is Australia just going to take that like a little bitch? I'm just saying.
Australia has been pushing back against China. They've been seeing it. They recently sent peacekeeping forces because the people in the Solomon Islands started rioting against this. Like the average worker in the Solomon Islands, they're losing all their jobs to these Chinese contractors. So they didn't want this. Their government's corrupt. They know it. What have I been saying? The free people of the world are going to rise up against these overreaching tyrannical governments, man. So yeah, Auslander knows, right, brother? How long ago was that you guys sent some peacekeeping forces over there? I mean, you know, that's right there on their doorstep, man. They don't want China pushing in because you're right,
dude. Like like that whole, you know, Asian islands right there, Pacific Islands, it went right over Australia. I didn't know it was that close to them.
Right. I know, right? They're right there.
Yeah.
So I mean, China's making their moves, man. They're doing the stuff. They're doing the things. That's why, I mean, we have to pay attention to what's going on with Russia and all that stuff, you know, just in case. But I still believe China is the main player in all of this. You know, they're pushing. They're not just trying to get like a little territory. Their goal is not just Taiwan. In their eyes, Taiwan's already a foregone conclusion. They're out for global domination, either economically, militarily, by owning most of the property. That's why they own 80% of the rare earth mining rights in the world. You know, and people just shrug them off. You know, they don't really have to do a lot militarily. Look how they're expanding just through economics and all of their influence and sphere of control, even in our own country, because of our corrupt government, because of our corrupt corporations. I mean, they are our major enemy.
Which, I mean, it'd be okay if they just you know, had deals in America or whatever, but when they start influencing politics, that's what pisses me off, dude.
Yes.
Like the NBA and Disney and crap. It's like, okay, y'all want to share democracy or whatever, I'm okay with that. But we start, we can't say that because of China. What? I'm sorry. What? Like, fuck that, dude. I can't stand that. Yeah. Like, Australia is really the only one need to trying to check them over there, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I remember that, brother. Remember that they were the ones really pushing back against China and asking for that investigation. And then all the other Western, countries punished him for it. He's right. Like Facebook punished Australia on behalf of China. I was like, why is Facebook doing that? What the heck? You know, what kind of, that really tipped their hand on Facebook too. Screw Facebook.
Yeah.
Man, right, Grumpy? I agree.
Bitch boy Biden.
Freaking douche. Beijing Biden.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Day 3,000 in the Russia-Ukraine war. Ukraine's still not NATO. Like,
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, all the stuff coming out about Hunter, man, and we're starting to see all these ties to China. Like we covered the other day, the $100,000 check that was deposited by Hunter. Hunter's an idiot. I can't believe Joe trusted his crackhead son to handle those kinds of finances.
Anything. Trust him with anything.
Blows my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
with a damn camera.
I guarantee you Biden has said this at least once, that the wrong son died. At least once, right in Hunter's face. Like, you stupid crackhead. The wrong son died. Like, but check this out now. This is him debating Trump, and Biden's like, the question was asked, does his son have any ties? Has he made any money in China?
Joe, and they say you get some of it, and you do live very well. You have houses all over the place. You live very well.
All right, gentlemen, let me just ask some questions about all of this broadly. Vice President Biden, there have been questions about the work your son has done in China and for a Ukrainian energy company when you were vice president. In retrospect, was anything about those relationships inappropriate or unethical?
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about, China. I have not had the only guy made money from China is this guy. He's the only one. Nobody else has made money from China.
Bruh.
Faith
Too much Parmesan, man.
Yeah.
Got to get that. Some Gouda involved too. Yeah. So anyway, now it's coming out that it's not just $100,000, dude. Dude was making millions from China. For what?
Kickback.
Consulting. What is he consulting on? That's what I want to know. Just tell me that.
How to take over the islands.
You tell me
take over the
what
islands.
in the world Hunter Biden is consulting the Chinese Communist Party on. I would love to hear this. Like, I want a presentation. I'll give you 2 full hours. What's
How to
going on,
defeat
man?
Trump. That's how you do it. Who's telling them talking points? Yeah.
I think they're starting a Parmesan cheese business or something, and they're getting like, since this dude's a connoisseur of it, you know, maybe that's something's going on, you know.
Possibly.
Or maybe they're starting a Russian foot masseuse program in China. They want an expert, someone who is a client. Yeah.
Wink, wink. They're gonna start selling crack to us like the opium we did to them. Payback.
Yeah, right. Hey man, did you see where Matt Gaetz they were having a hearing on the whole Hunter Biden laptop thing, and they were like, and the FBI was like, we lost the laptop. We don't know what happened to it. And Matt Gaetz said, oh, no problem. I made a copy of the entire thing. Here you go.
Yeah.
And they were like,
yes. It's all over the internet.
I had no clue he was going to do that. Like, he had a copy of everything that was on the laptop.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? Huh?
Yeah.
Chain of custody. And he's like, what do you mean chain of custody? You're the one that lost the laptop.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, man. The FBI is a rogue agency. They no longer serve the people of the United States of America. They need to be disbanded.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it'll never happen outside of revolution, but
you think so? I think we could do it.
What, disband government? Who's going to do it?
Exactly. We could, but they won't do it.
Shoot, man, we need to disband the IRS, the ATF, the DEA, the FBI, the DHS, the Department of Public Instruction.
Anything with letters.
There's like 10 other federal agencies that waste money that we don't need. That we could get rid of them, make just a couple of federal agencies to do the jobs of all these federal agencies. Why do we need all these federal law enforcement agencies?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Keep the U.S. Marshals. You know, they're a good law enforcement agency. I mean, somewhat. Anyway, let's get off this topic before I say something and get us in trouble. All right, skipping that to China. I have one more clip to share with you guys. China ain't playing, man.
There have been accusations that corruption led to the switch, including allegations of bribes of more than $200,000 offered to members of parliament to support it. And the switch reinforced something that had already been happening in the Solomon Islands: Chinese companies coming in and taking over the local economy. You see, the Solomon Islands is underdeveloped. It doesn't have a lot of infrastructure, but it has a lot of natural resources like minerals, timber, and fish. This is perfect for the Chinese Communist Party. It gives the Solomon Islands a development loan, which then goes to pay Chinese state-owned companies to come in and build infrastructure.
Yeah, so that's what, and they're expanding that. They're already going beyond the Solomon Islands. They're doing it all the way throughout in the Pacific, all around, anywhere they can. Africa, South American countries. I mean, they're everywhere. Their fishing fleets cover the globe. That still kills me, man, that they have these fishing fleets. I keep getting blurry, man. I'm sorry I said we should disband the Fed agencies. Not really, though.
Yes.
Come on. Really. Don't Black Mirror me, man. Don't make me an outcast.
Yeah, right.
Right, get up. Yeah. All right, man. So, deplorable. Yes. This is the one thing that I think could make some major changes. A convention of the states. I still think it could happen because people have been calling for it since 2020. I guess there's just not enough calling for it. But if we do a convention of the states and we really come together and say the country's in crisis, that could really cause some things to change. I mean, this is supposed to be what you do if the union is about to collapse and you really need to make some major changes. So that would be interesting, man. Who knows what will become of a convention of the states? So, I mean, once it's convened and you get into it, they might get out and we'd be balkanized. Who knows? HUTCH-HOMESTEAD, what's up, brother? What's going on, man?
What up, Mike?
Chilling this morning. All right, guys. So anyway, I did want to get into just a little bit of the gardening and growing food stuff before we leave today. You know, we've been touching on it, and I had a clip. I forgot to upload it this morning. It was another one from the Elapse where he took a tomato slice and planted it. and showed how fast it grew in 90 some days. It's pretty cool what you can do, because the little slice germinated like 6 different plants, and then he separated the 6 plants and planted, individually. I was like, that's what's up. It's amazing what you can do if you want to grow food. There's no reason why we can't. I remember in 2020, there was a big panic because there was a seed shortage all of a sudden. You couldn't find seeds anywhere. And my chickens had knocked over the jar of my heirlooms and ate most of them.
Dang.
So I don't know if you remember that, but
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were talking about it, and folks in the community, man, heard it and started sending stuff. Like G2 hooked me up, man. G2 hooked me up with this.
Oh yeah, that definitely remember those. Yeah.
And I mean, seal they last for a while, a few years. But I'm still using them. I planted a bunch last year. This year I'm gonna be planting like my whole garden out of this can, all my heirlooms, get that going, because I need to get to where I'm harvesting my own seeds again. Also, Small Homestead hooked me up, man. She sent me a lot of her heirloom seeds, like from her private stock, man.
Nice.
Yeah, and she sent those sunchokes. I don't know if you remember those. I planted them, because they're perennials. They come back every year. And I went to check the beds where I planted them last year. They're all like, they got this rot on them. I don't know what happened. I guess a fungus or something got into them, but none of them made it.
Dang.
It kind of sucked. I was looking forward to them this year.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just want to show you can get these on. You can order these from off Amazon. I don't know how much they are now, but I recommend them, man. They have a very good variety. Heirloom seeds. I mean, of all kinds of things. Enough for several plantings. Like there's 2 big packets of snow peas and of corn in there, and it's a huge packet. Like it's enough to do a whole field of snow peas and a whole field of corn. I mean, and that's what's up. Yeah, man. Gosh, dang chickens. That chicken get its head ripped off by a hawk. Came out there and the other chicken was eating the feet out of his neck. Yep, I seen that. I had a hen die one time. I just never saw her. And by the time I had found her, man, I saw the ducks eating something. I was like, what are you eating? I went back there. The ducks were eating the feathers off of her breast. And the chickens had disemboweled her and were eating the feed out of her guts.
That's crazy.
I mean, I know y'all ain't hungry. Why?
I know y'all ain't hungry.
No, y'all ain't hungry. I just fed y'all this morning. You know. So anyway, I wouldn't give up my chickens though, because we're finally starting to reach the place to where the eggs we eat are all, gathered from our chickens. So I know it's a little step towards being self-sufficient and growing your own food, but because we don't have to buy eggs from the store anymore, but still it's a step in the right direction. The next step is figuring out what these chickens need to actually nest on their eggs and hatch them and make their own biddies, so we can have our own biddies around. That's the next step. I haven't reached that point yet. In 5 years, none of my chickens have hatched any of their eggs. So if you guys have suggestions on that, I mean, I've tried a bunch of different things. I'm studying my book. I didn't realize Hutch was talking about the book he got on the recommendation of Poppy. I didn't know he was talking about this book. John Seymour's The Self-Sufficient Life and How to Live It, because that's what we're following. This book is like, hey Hutch, man, we are students at the same master. Just put it that way. We're starting with the 1 acre farm, and once we get that established and sustained, then we're going to branch out to the 5 acre farm and keep going. But that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I hope you guys are looking into this stuff and doing some experiments. I'm looking forward to hearing what you got going on. T96, good morning. So, but anyway, we'll get back on it tomorrow. I hated I didn't get my clip uploaded for you guys, but I'll try to do an extra one tomorrow, because I'm staying on this. I'm pushing this food security and self-sufficiency. Well, I'm tongue-tied this morning. Anyway, looks like we're out of time this morning, guys.
Oh.
We're gonna continue to watch and the expansion of the Chinese empire, man. It's going good, China. You're doing great, man. You really are. You're getting there. America's going out. China's going up. Way to go. All right. Anything else? Devout?
Tomatoes. You ever watch Tomatoes?
I don't have the clip. I was just explaining that. Dude. Wake up, man.
I thought you said you was going to play the Tomatoes. And
I know.
All right, I'm done. I'm done. Just cut it. Just
quit.
cut.
Delete the channel.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's it.
Become a hermit. Never go on YouTube again.
Never again. I'm done. That's it.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope you guys have a good day. Like I said, we love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Moderators, thank you so much. You brothers and sisters in the chat, we appreciate you. You make the channel what it is, man. But we'll get back into it. We're going to touch on some things tomorrow. It's Friday. Can you believe tomorrow is already going to be Friday?
Oh, thank
it's
God.
Thursday. I'm telling you, man,
okay.
these weeks are flying by. Come on. All right. So anyway, incubator. You know, you're like the second person who's told me that. You know,
I've seen Jurassic Park. Like,
don't count on like the chickens who just harvest the eggs.
Incubate.
I guess I'll have to incubate them. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to get into it. Another project. Gotta get into it. All right, guys. You guys have a great day. God bless, man. Get out there and grow food. Fight for the culture. Always be prepared.
Yeah.
And doomsday's coming.
Yeah.
Doomsday's coming. Doomsday's coming. Doomsday's coming. Yep, that doomsday's coming. Man, this life's such a bitch.